went to see Ina yesterday. I had to deliver some fried rice. And also a new hot sauce that I found. It said 𝗏𝗃𝗶𝗆 on it. And I was like, oh damn. This looks spicy. And I went to Ina's place. How was her remote? Like it was like a scene out of an anime. She picked it up and then she did like a swipe and then she did a So I went to say hi, we hung out for a bit. And then, oh my god. So we got coffee and then we also got delivery food. It was so good. But almost immediately, I was like, wait, my stomach doesn't feel good. And I originally had PT in the afternoon. So I left, I went back home. As soon as I got home, my stomach just went from 0 to 100. It was bad. Oh my god. Was it critical damage? It was critical damage. And then I like collapsed onto the bed. I fell asleep. And I woke up at like 7:30 p.m. It was bad. And I don't know what it was that we ate, but I had so many vivid dreams. It was insane. Indigestion happens. I love your dream stories. I do remember them. I just don't know if I can talk about them. I don't think I can talk. Can I talk about them? I will. Okay, I just won't put names. So, me and 2 other Hololive-EN members. It was 2 Hololive-EN members and 1 friend, normal friend, outside of Holo. We went to like a salon. I was getting my hair dyed and also we were all getting our nails done. And it was a really nice salon. And then it was all good. And then for some reason, one of the Hololive-EN members were like, I'll pay for everyone. And we were like, bro, what? No. And then they all left without me for some reason because my hair was still getting dyed. And then we went out of the salon and then we split up. I lost them. And then I went to go find them. I couldn't find them. And I remember walking down. It was a pretty crowded street. It was like nighttime. But there were a lot of like parties. I don't know if it was like a special event or like a special day. I remember walking down the street and like I was alone. We were walking down. It seemed like there was a parade happening, right? And then from that parade, I was approached by a group of people and I was like, no, thank you, but no. I kept walking, but this group of people kept following me and I was like, can you please stop? And then they kept trying to talk and I was like, no. And then I could tell they'd been drinking, right? So I led them down the street and I was hoping to get into a cab and then just go home. When all of a sudden, EN member comes out of nowhere and is like, hey! I was like, what are you doing here? What the? An EN member starts talking to a group of people and like socializing with them. And I'm like, what? What are you? What? And this EN member couldn't grasp why I was feeling so panicked. Like, they were being overly friendly and just like not cautious at all. And then I think it got to a point where I could tell that one of the people in the group knew who she was. And I was like, we need to go. And she was like, no, we don't need to go. What are you talking about? Just having fun. And I was like, bro, no, this is dangerous. And then, so I wanted to go home, but I didn't want to leave EN member alone. So I kept following this group of people who was now suddenly buddy-buddy with EN member. And we were walking. And then it got to a point where I started to feel quite in danger. Like in danger. So I pull out my phone and I'm like, okay, I need to call someone. I need someone to save us. And I scroll through my contacts. And then for some reason, there was this person that I haven't talked to since high school. Someone who had made like a group chat with me and like 5 other people that I didn't know. And I was like, what? Okay. And then in my head, I knew this old high school acquaintance was currently living in Japan. So I was like, oh, I have no choice. So I call and then they pick up and they're like, hello? Like, why are you calling? We haven't spoken in like years. What? Hello? And I was like, hello, can you please save me? And then they're like, And I was like, okay, if you don't want to come, you don't have to come. And they're like, no, I'll come. I was like, whoa! Bitch, my life could be in danger right now. Anyway, And then like Ian member is still having a jolly old good time with this group of strangers. I don't even know why I called this person. I was hoping it was like a form of, you know, strengthening numbers. That didn't happen because Ian member and I suddenly got into a yelling fight because I was trying to get through to them how the situation was really dangerous. And then she was like, no, you're just being overly paranoid. We started yelling, we started fighting. And then she was like, if you want to go, just go. And I was like, fine, I'm gonna leave you. And then we got into a fight. And then I ran away and I started crying. And then this useless piece of meat just started following me around. Well, granted, I was the one who did call them to save me, but started running. Just straggling behind me. Are you okay? Are you okay? I started running. It was like, I was trying to have my like shoujo anime moment where you run away and they stop you. But this acquaintance was so useless. They didn't do anything. They just kept walking behind me. And then they started laughing. And I was like, I will slap you so hard across the face. Excuse me. Some time passed. And then I somehow ended up running into the Ian member again. But she wasn't with the group of strangers. And then we kind of made up. And then immediately the scene changed. It was kind of, I was like, what? Okay. That was my first vivid dream of the day. I think I woke up at that point. I was like, hi. And then I checked the time and I was like, oh, okay. And I went back to sleep. Did you tell the story to the Ian member? No, I didn't. I don't think I can talk about the second dream on stream. But it was also like, what the? And then I went to bed again. But I'm alive. I'm here. What a day! What a day!